Hi everyone, we're back again this month with Foramag to discuss another cybersecurity topic. I'm Christy, your cybersecurity engineer, and today we're going to discuss a very interesting topic, and that is phishing emails. What are they? How can we detect them? And what should we do in order to prevent them from causing any major damages? Well, I'm pretty sure that you have heard this term before, phishing emails, because it's one of the most common attacks happening worldwide. And people need to be extra careful and raise warnings about it in order to prevent them from causing any major damages to your devices or the company where you work in. Basically, phishing attacks or phishing scams are a type of social engineering method which basically forces people or tricks people into taking actions that they do not intend on doing. Basically, they are scamming people and tricking them in order to give them personal information about themselves or personal accounts, data, etc., etc. And this type of attacks are very malicious because it can even lead to major damages, not only to your device or your personal life, but even to the workplace or organization where you work in. But what can we do in order to detect this type of phishing emails? The thing is, nowadays, this type of emails or form of attacks have become much more advanced, and it's become more difficult to detect them if they're real or if we're talking about a scam. But here are a few tips that you need to always watch out for. For example, you're receiving an email, which at first seems suspicious. My personal thought would be to always look at the sender. Who is it from? If it's from a person that you already know, or if we're talking about a legitimate company or person. If it's not, then always be careful and to double check who is it from, because that might be a red flag that you need to watch out for. Another thing is the form of email. Basically, if it's containing an attachment or if it's asking you to download a specific file or asking you to click on that link, that's the biggest red flag that it is on a specific email. Because you always have to be extra careful about what you click on it or what do you download. Because that might be a very malicious form that it's just asking for you to be downloaded on your device, and it might lead you to major consequences, not only to your devices or your personal information, but even to the workplace, as I said. Another thing that you always have to watch out for would be the spelling. Always check for the spelling if it contains any spelling errors or just bad grammar in general. If we're talking about a professional email, let's say you're receiving an email from a specific organization that it's reaching out to its customers, it needs to be professional. It has to be professional. This is why if it contains spelling errors or just bad grammar in general, that's the biggest red flag that you can get, because it means that it's not a legitimate email. Another thing that you have to always be extra careful, and people most often forget, is the fact that you have to watch out for the greetings. Let's say we're talking about the same type of email. We're receiving an email from a company or organization which is supposed to reach out to its customer. It's supposed to know you. So if it's greeting you with a very general greeting, for example, dear friend or dear customer, that's a red flag because it does not know you or does not have any information about you. Another thing, if it's asking for personal information about you. If it's asking such things, then it means that you just need to be extra careful before giving away any personal data about you. So let's say you have received this type of email. What can we do? Well, the best form of it actually would be to not open it right away and just to delete it. Because it depends. There are some type of phishing emails that can be triggered right away, even without downloading a file or just clicking on the link, but even just by opening it. Another thing would be to manually block the sender. If you're getting a suspicious email and your email client allows you to manually block someone, you should just proceed on doing so. Or else you can always contact your IT department from the company where you work in so they can always further investigate this case. And the last one would be to always keep your devices up to date with the latest security patches. And why not to purchase an antivirus software? So that's it for today. These were our tips, and we know that this topic is very broad. So if you would like to read more about it, then I suggest you take a look at our main website. And if you have any other suggestions that you would like for us to talk about in our next videos, then I invite you to write a comment in this video down below or just DM us straight away. Thank you for your time and see you next month. Bye!